Come on, kids! Welcome to the last watch-along of the season. My name is Chad Jarvis. If you don't know me by now, I don't know what you've been doing. I am one half of the Red Half of Sheffield podcast, and today we will be bringing you the mighty Premier League Blades v. Preston North End. I am going to be joined by Noah at some point. He's dealing with some technical difficulties on his end, but I would like to welcome everybody into the Premier League Blades watch-along. And yes, if you've been living under a rock, and I don't know who anybody besides Patrick Star of a SpongeBob that lives under a rock anymore, the Blades are going up. Yes, I said it. The Blades are going up. After that crazy night, Wednesday night at beautiful downtown Bramall Lane, Blades get 2 goals over West Brom and win the game 2-0, and that clinches automatic promotion. The absolute scenes going on at Bramall Lane as the full-time whistle is blown. Absolutely insane. And we are back amongst the elites, the top flight, even though it's not my favorite league to play in. I always love playing in the championship, and I am definitely going to miss it. But we do get a massive payday. So we shall see what next year brings. I completely forgot. Morning to chat row. Good morning, guys. Good afternoon to you. Good night, wherever you're watching around this glorious world. And we already got a couple of people in chat row. We are Premier League. Say we are Premier League. Scott, yes, he is right. We are Premier League. Hopefully this club shows investment in the side, and we get a couple of the young boys back through the door next year. And, who knows, in this crazy game of football, United might mess around and end up staying around for a little bit in the top flight. But yeah, we do have a small matter at hand. It's a formality. We have 3 games left today, Wednesday, and then a week from Monday, which sucks because we would like to be bringing you the last game of the season. But they have moved the final day of the season to Monday because it's a bank holiday, I guess, over in the UK. So, like I said at the beginning of this is the last watch along, which sucks, but we'll make it exciting as I always do. And when Noah jumps on, I will add the color commentary and keep you on the edge of your seat, even if it could be somewhat of a kind of boring hungover day. But a very celebratory atmosphere is expected at Bramall Lane, a sold-out Bramall Lane, as it should be every weekend, and it will be next year when we're in the Prem. But yeah, everything's turning up red and white roses right now for the Blades, and not much is going against the Blades. I might as well get to the lineup for your red and white Wizards against the aforementioned Preston North End. A few changes. One, notably, Mr. Johnny Squarehead Wrigley Spearmint Egan not in the lineup. Probably a bit of rest. Johnny Squarehead Egan's played every league game. I'm pretty sure this season he's played a majority of the games we've played in, so his totals have to be up around 55, almost onwards of probably 60 games. So a fair bit of deserved rest for Johnny Squarehead Egan. Highlighted further up pitch by El Capitan back into the starting 11. Everybody wants him to get his 250th goal. Hopefully today is the day in front of the Cop, and they just tear the building down if he scores. I'm curious to see if he'd be odds on to score today against Preston. Noah's giving me the thumbs up, so let's bring in the red and white wizard himself, Noah Snyder, as he takes himself out and then back in. Good morning, sir. Your technical difficulties finally figured out, and I'm not talking to just the screen and Scott right now because he's the only one besides Danny in chat row right now.
Well, how do I sound? Does it sound all right?
It still sounds like you're using your computer audio, but it will work for the sake of this last stream, because it'd only be fitting to end out the season with you and me finishing up the season as we've been for so many of these games this year. I'm curious to see how many total games we did this season. We accumulated a lot of streams.
Well, you did almost every single match.
Yeah.
I had to. I was ducking in and out all the time. I had commitments on Saturday. The games were at 4 a.m. my time. So, for those who I don't think you said so, but I woke up late today. I very rarely sleep in on match day, and I turned over and it's like 6:15 on my phone, waking up, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to be late.
I was going to wait until 15 minutes before kickoff to send you the message, just say, am I riding solo to start this one, or are you up and at it? And then you sent me the message and said you were just overslept, so it's all good, and welcome into the red half of Sheffield / Sheff United Way Watchalong.
Yeah, I'm sorry if I look a little haggard this morning. I didn't have time to take my normal, pre-match shower.
Yeah.
So
it's all good, man. It's all good. Just welcome in. And what are your thoughts on the red and white Wizards? We'll start with your thoughts on promotion, and then roll into what do you think? Your thoughts on the Blades this afternoon?
Yeah. So obviously Wednesday was unbelievable. I was proper celebrating in my house. On our hit podcast, the Red Half of Sheffield, we popped the champagne. You had some beers because you don't drink champagne really. But I popped the champagne, finished the whole bottle to myself, had a right night out after that. So yeah, it was all in all a great night. And, for Sander Badgate to kind of get the goal that really clinched it, I just think he was due. And, for Anel to get his 5th as well this season, that was massive. So, great night. Really, really kind of took me. And I said this on the podcast, I feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulders,
Yep. No, you're right. I feel the exact same way. We had been saying if and when on our pod, and even on these streams, if and when we get promoted, and now we can take the if and when and just say now we are promoted. It gives you a sense of relief and a sense of gratification that it's finally done. We all thought, once the Luton and Middlesbrough result came in and we figured out, okay, we need 3 points. That's all we need. Go and get it out of the way. Then we can have a festive, atmosphere, as I alluded to today. Then we have 3 games to, as Scott alluded to in chat row, probably today will be a festive and also a thank you for your work and your time at Blades, for some of the players.
Journeyman, yeah.
Yes, journeyman. Basham getting a start. Fleck will probably be in. The last time that Billy Sharp could probably play in front of the Cop, we don't know if we're going to extend him for one more year and then swan song off into the prem and then off into the sunset come a year from now. So all will be determined over summer, but yeah, it's a party atmosphere. Let's get it going, man. I forgot to get the club music going in here and have us a little bit of rave. I'm too far away from the light switch, or I'd be flipping it on and off.
Well, I think it's great that Sharp is, starting. I mean, I think they're really pulling for him to get that 250th. Expect Njai and McEntee to just try to be setting up Sharp just so he can get that goal, kind of get the monkey off of his back a little bit. I mean, how many does he have this season? I think he probably only has like 4 or 5.
I think 4. I'll pull that up right now and see how many he has.
And I think that's in all competitions too.
Yeah.
So I think in the league maybe he only has 2 or 3.
He's got 2. He's got 2 in the league this year. Total. Let's see stats for this year. Goals. Yeah, he only has. I can't switch anything over to league play or cup play, but he only has 2. Yeah, Scott alluded to it. Yeah, 2. That might be his only 2 goals of the entire season. I think he might have turned one in an FA Cup game, but yeah, interesting storyline. And yes, I would much rather Billy get it with us than, if you weren't to sign a 1-year deal and signed with a bottom half championship club, get it with them. That wouldn't be fitting. That wouldn't be fitting at all. So, I mean, hopefully we can, the wide players, as you mentioned, McEntee and Dye can set up Sharp for inevitably, or hopefully we get a damn penalty. For the life of me, we get a damn penalty, so the skipper can just go up to the spot, bang it in, and it's all over, and just hallelujah.
And as a reminder, I don't think we've scored from the spot all season, which is a crazy statistic. It's an absolutely insane statistic.
That has to be. We have to be on the precipice of a record if the last game of the season comes and we don't get a penalty in the next 3 games. We've only been awarded 2 all season and scored none. That has to be the lowest amount awarded. And I mean, obviously, there's been a team probably that has had 5 or 6 penalties and hasn't scored them in a season or something. So it's probably not shocking that there is a record of no penalties awarded and no goals, but ours has to be the record lowest amount in a championship season.
Especially when you're promoted,
Yeah. And that's what you can say, too. It's like all of our goals, 100% of our goals came from open play. None of them came from penalty spots, which is absolutely mind-blowing. But who knows?
I mean, we've had a few from dead ball situations, but
set pieces, but I mean,
not from the spot.
Yes, none from the spot.
Just wanted to clarify that for you.
Yes. Let's see. Let's roll into this Preston team this afternoon. I did a preview with the Butter Pie Pod, and if you guys, we're 15 minutes away from this one, but after the full-time 7-0 drubbing of Preston this afternoon, go and definitely watch that video on our YouTube channel, Red Half of Sheffield on YouTube. I sat down with Jack, was his name, from the Butter Pie Pod, and he had some interesting takes on this game, and we recorded prior to the West Brom game, and he said, if you guys aren't promoted, this is going to be an absolutely walloping to get you guys over the line. And I went with a different result because I said we were going to get promoted against West Brom. I think I ended up saying 2-1 in that preview, but he thinks they're almost kind of on the beach at this point. So it wouldn't surprise me if we kind of put a few past Preston and get a decent result for all things considered, that everybody's thinking, we're going to be a little sluggish after partying for the last couple of days. What are your thoughts on this Preston side, and what do you see?
Well, they have a few injuries, correct? To key players.
Yes.
So, obviously the side is scrolling across the bottom. They've got quite a few youngsters in there. Fernandez is 20. Tom Cannon's 20 years old as well, as we're just watching SU TV right
Man,
now, and
Fernandez is young, and he's got a nice set of hair on him, though. I will give him
he's
that.
got a nice head of cabbage.
Yeah, nice
Some
salad.
flow.
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. So look, I think for them, I don't think they're going to make playoffs at this point. It's very, very likely that they won't. This is not an easy game for them. And like you said, Chad, it looks like they'll probably be on the beach, as there are other sides in a better position. I know that whole center of the table is just kind of like jam packed with like 2 to 3 points separating pretty much everybody.
Mm-hmm.
But realistically, I think Preston are going to have to try to go again next season in order to get, at minimum a playoff spot. So with the injuries that they have, even against a depleted side, I don't really see them getting much, maybe a point.
Yeah,
maybe a point from this match.
And what was the I'm looking it up now. The last game out, we won 2-0. And I think at that time, Preston were I can't get the 10. I think at that time, when we faced Preston last time, they hadn't conceded a goal, and they were draw specialists and hadn't really scored many either. And then we went in there and absolutely kind of took it to them. And I think Preston were near the top there because they're just accumulation. They weren't losing anything at the time. And, it's one of those deals where I think we're probably going to see the same results come today, especially as I alluded to them kind of being on the beach. And I mean, granted, if results were to go their way, and they beat us, we could, they could leap into the playoffs. But, Jack said there's just too much traffic in front of them, too many hurdles to jump in. They've only got, I think we're the only team that has 3 games left in the season. Everybody else pretty much has 2 games left.
I'm trying to remember. I think Huddersfield also have 3 games left, if memory serves correctly.
Yeah, because they're a game in hand over because of the FA Cup semifinal. We would have played Huddersfield that weekend. We played Man City. But yeah, it's crazy with, everybody's going to be pretty much on 1 game to go except for us and Huddersfield. I just don't think Preston are going to do it. They'll put up a decent fight, but I think we come away with all 3 points. And then, because honestly, if you look at our points total, looky here, where we could end up, we're on 85 points and we have 9 possible points left. We could end up in the 90s. Let's strive for that 90. I don't want to put to be fair, I'd like to see us put the kids in at some point, but I mean, obviously we haven't done that this afternoon because there are none of them on the bench. But it's kind of a sign for Hecky to say, like, screw it. We're going to go for it. We're going to get that 94 point total. And, that's probably one of our highest hauls in this league.
Oh, yeah.
In probably ever, I would say.
I'm trying to. How many did we have in 2019?
I believe I can check that. Let me see.
89 points.
89 points. So yeah, we're on precipice of probably setting a United record if we win all 3 games and win out and get 94 points.
Yeah, I think that's probably, it might be a tall task at this point, because I think Hecky does want to, even just by virtue of the lineup that he put out today, it's not our strongest lineup. As you mentioned before, no John Egan, who's obviously been a stalwart in this team. But it is a well-deserved rest for him. I'm very happy that John Egan is, is he even on the bench? I didn't even.
Yeah, he's on the bench.
Okay.
Yeah, he's on the bench. Yeah.
But yeah, he deserves a little rest. But even so, you look at that back line, Bash, Anel, Jackie Longthrow, it's still a pretty good back line.
Yeah, it is.
I'm wondering, has Anel's baby been born yet? Like, does anybody know?
I haven't heard anything, so maybe she's holding out to. I would assume we'll give him a bit of rest against Huddersfield. Maybe she pops the kid out between now and Wednesday, I think, is when we play Huddersfield. So maybe it gets taken care of, because I would definitely like to see him in the side for the last game of the season, even though I'm not going to be able to watch. The last two games will have to be listened to on the radio. Scott, 92 points in the 05-06
That's right.
season.
That's right.
We could be in the precipice of breaking a United record for points scored in the championship. And honestly, if we didn't have a bobble, the way Burnley's finished with promotion with 5-6 games left in the season, they've kind of let us reel them back in a little bit. A couple of results go the opposite way. We don't get West sent off. Maybe the cheese is more binding and we're on Burnley's heels for a championship trophy.
Yeah, hindsight's 2020, isn't it? But right. At this point, I don't. Champions just promoted. I mean, obviously we can't catch Burnley, but I'm just happy to be promoted, man, and being back to where we belong, where we deserve to be.
Yeah, go on.
So really quickly, I just kind of want to address both the Prince and Dozie and Boosie's comments yesterday. So, I mean, we all knew that the period of exclusivity for Dozie and Boosie had ended, I think, on the day that we were promoted this past Wednesday. The Prince has reiterated that he wants to sell the club within the next 4 weeks, which is insane, right? Like, is that what he said? Was it 4 weeks or?
Yeah. He wants it done by the end of May, and I like the sound of that. We got to push it over the line, because then the further into the summer that it goes is the less chance that we have an opportunity to sign players, and then we're on deadline day saying we haven't signed anybody. The team's still up for sale. What the hell are we doing?
Yeah. And then Dozie and Boosie, his comments were that he's still seeking to purchase the team at this point. But from what it sounds like Prince Abdullah does not want to sell to him. And his comments were tailored in a way for me to think that the Prince doesn't think that Dozie and Boosie has the club's best interests at heart. Yeah. Specifically saying he wants to sell to somebody who's going to be able to finance the club even further.
Yeah. And you were probably sleeping. He put in a bid for $150 million to buy the club. He upped his bid from $100 million to $150 overnight. So that's the latest. And, there are a bunch, there's an American consortium. There's a European consortium that want to buy it. And then Dozie comes in and says, here's $150 million. My question is, if we do grant him to buy the club, and like you said, I don't think the Prince wants him to buy the club. I think it's one of those, I've spent all my money trying to buy the club. Now I can't invest in it. And he would probably just absorb all the TV rights money back into his wallet, and we wouldn't see a lick of it. That's my only question. Why, if you come out swinging with, kind of a low ball bid, and then just all of a sudden just drop another $50 million in there, like, I don't know, a little questionable.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with you. I would be more interested in, and they were also talking about a consortium from the Far East as well. So I think we're going to probably be in safer hands either with North American investment or Chinese investment if they are truly billionaires. Yeah. But like the Prince said, he just wants to make sure that moving forward, whoever buys the club is going to be able to take us to the next level and keep us at that next level. Regardless of whether this club is a yo-yo club for the next couple of years, just making sure that our financial future is secured. That's going to be of paramount importance.
Yeah, because I mean, we can thank the Prince for everything he's done, because he has put stability and built stability into this club. Yeah, we had a couple shaky things here right at the end of his tenure, but honestly, it's been a pretty decent ride with him, and he really hasn't caused concern. Yeah, we don't need that moron trying to buy us. But the Prince added stability. He brought us from the doldrums of League One to all the way up to the Prem. Came down. We're going back up, so we have enough. We have enough stability in this side where it's almost like a baton race in running in track. You're handing it off, and you're hopefully it goes into secure hands, and it's not dropped, and the bottom falls out of the club, and we end up in the National League North side 3 years from now as we just tumble through the leagues.
Yeah, I'm I'm inclined to think that we're prepping for the future.
Yeah.
And you have to believe that even if we go up and then come right back down, I'm gonna knock on wood that doesn't happen. That now that we'll have that parachute money again, that's going to keep us financially secure for the future. And then if we can get the investment, I mean, everybody knows what we need. Like we don't have to run through what Sheffield United are going to need to be competitive next year. We know we're going to have to revamp that midfield. We know we're going to need at least one decent center back, probably a left center back. Love Jackie Long throw, but right now, do I think he could start in the Prem? On form, maybe, but I'd still feel more comfortable if we had an experienced left center back. We'll probably going to need a left wing back as well, and then a few competent strikers with a proven scoring record in the Prem.
Yeah. I would almost my setup would be completely different. I would just build for us to go back down with championship, pedigree, and get experience at that level. Take the loss on the chin, and just get prepared to be competitive. But the whole thing is if the EFL takes away the parachute payments for the teams coming down from the leagues above, that really levels the playing field, and it's not so certain that we could go back up. Not saying that it's going to happen this year, but their thoughts are erasing the parachute payments for the teams that come down, or making them smaller, and not letting them almost just buy everybody up, the best players in the league, just to go right back up.
So I mean, I'm not diametrically opposed to getting rid of parachute payments. And I know that that's going to come as a shock to a lot of our viewers, considering how we've survived the last couple of years on parachute payments. If there's a higher percentage of reinvestment into the EFL in general, if there's more profit sharing from the Prem into the EFL, where it's spread more evenly in order to make the EFL more competitive. But I don't see that happening. I don't see the Prem opting to give more money to what they view as minnows in the vast sea that is English football.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate thing of today's day and age, of this modern day and age of football, as the Red and White Wizards make their way out onto the beautiful Bramall Lane pitch. Look at that. Balloons, Tony Curry stand, packed house. I think people are hanging from the scaffolding up there, just trying
Pretty phenomenal
to get in.
scenes.
Yeah.
So really quickly, we're about a minute away from kickoff. Throw your score predictions into the chat. As always, Chad, you said 2-1?
2-1 or 7-0. Either one.
Nothing in between. Nothing in between.
We'll not take anything less than 7-0 or 2-1. Preston have a pretty decent showing as well. They have a few empty seats on the camera's left-hand side. But yeah, all in all, a decent showing from the away fans. Yeah, Bramall Lane packed to the rafters.
So I'm going to say 2-0 to the Blades.
Yeah,
I think Billy does it. Billy does it today in front of the Cop in the second half to a rapturous explosion from the Cop end. And We'll go the other goal. I'm going to say McAtee.
Okay, yeah. I think all 7 goals are from Billy. 2 of them are assisted from Wes because we pull Wes out of goal because it's 5-0 and play him as an outfield player, and he just sees him through in Billy's eye for goals. Can you tell I don't give a hell what the score is today because it's all over, baby?
I always love your piss take predictions, Chad. They're always entertaining.
Yeah. Preston chasing playoffs, and we're on the beach. We are on.
I think they're on the beach too, though. Let's be realistic. They're pretty much on the beach. Mm-hmm. So
yeah, it's safe to say.
As the coin flip incoming here, and I think we're going to choose to kick towards the cop end in the second half, which is what we always do.
Yeah, it's safe to say. All right, everybody, just before they did come out of the tunnel, they shotgun beers. So I can smell the alcohol from S2. And, oh, God, we got to get on the timer. I completely forgot. Okay, I'm getting ready.
No, you got it, man.
North End Preston is going to get us underway. And as you can see, they're singing. God, they're singing. We're on the way. Preston kicking from left to right as they work it down the right-hand side.
Wow, you're quite a bit ahead of me.
And yes, we are about 15 seconds into the game, mucking it about. Tommy Doyle on the ball. He does a spinaroo 360. Illman die a little bit lost out there right now. Preston get the ball over the top. Cleared by Bash. And out for a Blades throw on the left-hand side here. Just right in front of their box. Jackie Longfellow pings it. I cannot tell Preston's numbers, so I will apologize ahead of time. But we will get it all sorted out. A ball up to Billy, and he tries to hold it up and then loses out. I think we get a nope. That's a Preston throw in their half on this near side to our camera. Their manager looks decently dressed.
I thought Billy had a really good cameo on Wednesday, and if he can take that form into this match today, I think he will get his 250th.
Yeah. He played the skipper. Recently has been in decent form. He had a definite chance against Man City that got the ball to McBurney. Nothing came of it. But yeah, he certainly does look a man that wants to score goals, and we all know that Bill Sharp likes to score goals. Preston down the left-hand side. Ahmedhodzic sees it out. I've got to move this closer to me because I don't want to be leaning over. And they do have Troy Parrott in today's game. He is one of the Preston players in the goals. As Preston try to work the ball in, Blades clear it out. Over to Max Lowe, who's going to knock it down. Pitch to Illiman and Die. Skilliman on the ball. He works it to McAtee. Back to Skilliman.
What a touch.
Billy's way out of place here. And into McAtee, and it is sought out by Preston and lumped downfield. Yeah, that was a good piece of inner working play, too.
Yeah. Really, really nice stuff from Illiman, kind of driving forward. Just could not find that final pass into the box there. But the first touch was phenomenal from him.
The one thing I'm interested to see is, everybody and their brother is in for him, but the one team that name always keeps popping up is Preston get the ball, and it's all the way back to Wesley. Illiman and Die rumored to go, 500 teams want to buy him for anywhere from $50 to $150 million. Why is Everton rumored to be interested in him for absolutely no reason? Because they have a very good chance of getting relegated this season. And you would think, really, of all the teams that want him in England, Everton, who are sit in the relegation zone in the Prem, want him? It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. I mean, as soon as promotion is confirmed for a club, there are all sorts of rumors, both going out, coming in. So this is just, the latest in that set of rumors. It's a tough one. It really, really is a tough one. He obviously is on the last year of his contract. And there is a kind of a feeling that if he doesn't, if he wants a move, I mean, we might as well cash in on him now rather than him waiting out the end of his contract and not getting anything for him. Because for my money, if Morgan Gibbs White is worth $50 million, then so is Iliman Ndiaye in today's market.
That's a fair statement. And honestly, if everything goes south next year and we get relegated, he's not staying with us regardless. I mean, it's one of those deals where, you take it as is. Do you extend him for 1 year just to get us through the Prem and say, okay, we can sell him if we go back down? And if we can get him to sign a 1-year deal to stay at Bramall Lane and we still stay up in the Prem and he wants to go somewhere else, that's fine and dandy. We saw him play in the Prem. He's not going to be a lifetime player at United. He's going to go and play in bigger and better teams and have chances to win bigger trophies than United will probably inevitably ever be able to do. But I don't know. It's one of those giant question marks leading into the summer period, as Preston have had the ball for about the last 15 seconds. Just knocking it around. I can tell what player Fernandez is because of his flow, as the kids say.
Well, I'll tell you, Chad, I agree with literally everything that you just said, as United have won a free kick in our defensive half here. No, everything that you just said, I wholeheartedly agree with. I think he should sign just because we're the club that kind of brought him up, got him to where he is. Really, I mean, it's really by virtue. I mean, he had the raw talent there, of course, but it's really by virtue of being with United that he's kind of developed as a player. And I think he kind of owes the club at least a 1-year extension. See what happens in the Prem. If he can keep us up or help keep us up next year, we'll honor that and get him a decent deal to go somewhere where he's going to make buku bucks, and hopefully we can get a little cheddar cheese for our troubles as well.
Yeah, it would be really nice. You guys aren't really missing nothing. Back and forth kind of in the midfield. United have the ball. It's over to feet of McAtee. Bill's trying to stay on sides to get the ball over to Bogle down the right-hand side. Bill is unmarked in the box. Bogle's going to jog in, ball out to the right-hand side for, was that Snake Hips that just crossed that ball up in there? Ball falls to Iliman Ndiaye in the box. Out to Tommy Doyle. Tommy Doyle's going to have a rip, and it's going to go out of play for a corner to the red and white Wizards.
Wow. Yeah. Nice build-up play there. Really, really good. I mean, that was a halfway decent cross from Basham. It did deflect and went up into the air. Looked like it was going to fall to Billy for a second, but it actually fell for Ndiaye, who I thought he should have turned it and tried to shoot there, Yeah, he got a little bit of space, I think. But
he saw Tommy Doyle unmarked.
Yeah, that's fair.
Corner comes short to Ndiaye. Tommy Doyle lumps it up. Jackie Long has the backs in the box. And Tommy Doyle just gets a half-hearted effort, and it is a goal kick to Preston. Preston, it's hard to beat Preston alone, but not only do you have to beat Preston, you have to beat the north end as well. You have to beat the north end of Preston, not the south end. We've got the south end secure. It's just we have to beat Preston and the north end of it. So it's when these two teams get together, throw the records out. I'm a little loose this morning. Loosey.
It's that promotion, calmness over you, right?
Yes.
The feeling that these are basically free hits, which, in my opinion, that's been the most overused phrase of this season is free hits.
Yep. I can only think of one game this season that was a free hit, and it was a semifinal game against Manchester City. Other than that, until now. Troy Parrott has a shot, but it is blocked by JLT. out on the right-hand side to Potts. Potts on the ball now. His ball gets cut out as he was looking for Josh Anema. And he's on the ball now. Just kidding, that's Johnson. Johnson has I think Anema had a shot there.
Good save. Decent save.
Easy as you like for Wesley and goal. Yes, Johnson got it over to Anema, and Anema has a shot, and it's a goal kick. So, I mean, a pretty open flowing game. It's end to end, honestly.
Yeah, it has been so far. Nothing really in it yet. Neither side has really had a good look at goal. To be honest, I think we've probably been a little bit brighter, but the two teams are very close right now.
Yeah, I think it's going to be, that feeling out process, and I think it's going to be a bit of a slower game than we're used to, but, I mean, that was expected. Ball down the left-hand side. Max Lowe has no
great ping.
So he loses out. And here come Preston, but they give the ball back to JLT. Over to Ahmedhodzic over to Snake Hips. Snake Hips on the ball. Snake Hips slithering his way through over to Bogle, who also doesn't really have anything for this game. And the ball, Jackie Longthrow touched it with his hands because he knew it was going out. As the ball from Norwood gets just absolutely hammered over him. It was kind of interesting setup there.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah.
Where he just jumps up and grabs the ball while it's still in play.
I mean, honestly, he's lucky the ref didn't brandish a card. Obviously, it was not in any way to hamper the game or help himself, but Preston have the free kick. They take it, and it's going to go all the way back to Woodman in goal after a first touch that was like a rocket that almost led to a United counter, but, Preston's out. Bogues on the ball, back to Snake Hips. Snake Hips slithering around. He just oils him up right before the game, and he's just loosey-goosey. Snake Hips on the ball down the right-hand side. They're going to let him run. Snake Hips is like, oh, God, I don't know what to do. Snake Hips is advanced. Give him the ball. Oh, man. Bogle's been trash in this first 11 minutes.
He didn't see him, I don't think.
Tommy Doyle.
Good pass. Good pick out right there.
You got Maximus Lowe over here. Give it to the butt. Max Lowe. Not good. Tommy Doyle has to save us, and the ball's mucked around back to Ollie Norwood. Preston are kind of coming out of their shell. They're pressing us a little bit and forcing us to get off the ball early. We don't have time to dilly-dally on the ball. Ball goes into McAtee. He tries to get a foul, but he's dispossessed. Here come Preston up the other end. Snake Hips cleaned him out, cleared the ball out, and United are able to get back in numbers as the ball is still with Preston working through the midfield as they're on the far touchline. And they love playing it back to Woodman in goal. He's going to try and work it over the right-hand side to Story. He's a little Snake Hips of himself. He wants a foul. He didn't get it. He went down a little easy. Max Lowe on the ball now. Jackie Longthrow kind of dekes his man out, looking for Bill, but it is cleared out. And JLT gets it back to Ahmedhodzic. We reset again.
I'll never forget my first season playing Football Manager was maybe 2 years ago. It was during the pandemic, and I had Jake Story on my team.
Yeah, really.
And he was actually good. Yeah. He was a promising young player at the time.
I mean, honestly, when I interviewed Jack from the Butter Pie Pod, they do have a lot of promise. It's just they feel like they're in a rut, and if they're able to hold on to a few players, they can honestly make a push for the playoffs next year. Is his hope, at least, and most of Preston's fan base.
If they can continue to play as solid defensively as they have for a good portion of the season, I mean, oh, nice, very, very nice. I think they'll be in a good place, and
Doyle has a rip, and it's 7 rows over the goal.
Oh, wow.
as you were saying, Mr. Snyder, I did not mean to cut you off.
No, it's fine. It's totally fine. I think that took a deflection, and we're going to get a corner kick out of it.
Yes, I love corners because we never score from them. Basically, Fernandez
Look for
with its flow.
Ahmedhodzic to try to get on this one. I think he's going to be the target man in the box now.
I did see the Ahmedhodzic goal because I listened to Wednesday's game on the radio. The little touch to just slam it into the back of the net, it was like, it's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
For our second goal against West Brom. Ollie Norwood's going to take this one. It looks like a bit of hold up here. I guess we had 4 balls on the pitch, and now Ollie's got the ball, and he sets it down. And here comes the corner, and unmarked. It looked like that was William come flying in there, but he doesn't get a touch to it. Bogle's just running back to West saying, I'm scared, I'm scared, I'm scared. Do something with it. I'm scared. As Wesley humps it down.
What's happened? What's happened to Bogle? Oof! Wow.
Yeah, Snake Hips got cleared out there, but United have the ball. Snake Hips overran the ball. Oh man, he was in front of the ball when Mac played it back to him, and Preston have the ball. Yeah, I don't know what's happened to Bogle.
He was so promising, especially last season. He had some really, really good games, and he's just kind of gone cold this year. Really, really out of form. And let's talk about how good Georgie Baldock has been. Wednesday were his, oh my God, 2 slips by the Preston North End player right there.
I think there was Johnson on the ball that slipped for it. But yeah, he goes, wee!
That was a nice little play from Bogle there. Good defensively.
Gave it right back to Preston, and Ledson's on the ball right now. He kind of is trying to calm the ball down, but not really. And Bogle wins the ball back. It's kind of a sloppier game.
Yeah.
Not really neither side really holding possession. I believe we have a throw.
Loosey-goosey. Very, very loosey-goosey here.
They've definitely had a few cocktails before this one. And United are just playing it around at the back. Ahmedhodzic tries the through ball that gets cut out. Johnson on the ball now over to Anma, who hits an overlapping Potts, and it goes out for the north end of Preston corner as Watford take the lead against Sunderland 1-0 and knock the hopes of Sunderland's playoff chances. Another talking point from last night, Blackpool got the big R next to their name, and they will be playing in League One next year.
Yeah, really disappointing season for Blackpool. They've had a lot of injuries, and they were just unlucky all season. A few results go their way, and they probably have a good chance of trying to stay up. But yeah, I do believe that if they can get healthy and not get picked apart by some of the lower end championship teams, that they will have a good chance of trying to come back up next year.
And I bring that up because the biggest rival to Preston is Blackpool. So they are glad that the Tangerines are going back down. The Seasiders of Blackpool are going back down. Wigan could be down today as well. And the relegation battle could come down to basically one spot. Whether Reading can save it or not, we'll all find out. But yes, back to the matter at hand. You really haven't missed anything. United winning the ball now. Bogle sees it out. A slow ball to Norwood. Tommy Doyle on the ball now, holding it up over to Jackie Longthrow, who's had acres of space, and die on it. Or no, that's McAtee over to Max Lowe, back into Jackie Longthrow, over to Norwood. Norwood, a through ball to, I don't know who he saw there, and Preston seek it out. And here comes the long flowing hair of Fernandez down the left-hand side. Snake hips. Is he going to close him down? No. A great ping over to Potts. Potts in his man bun. Potts in his man bun. Swings it in. and we almost score on our own net from Jackie long throw.
Oof. Very close there. That was very similar to the one that we conceded against, who was it, Burnley in the first half of the season? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in that first game where he went in there and face meets ball into the back of the net. And but in this occasion, we have a Preston corner on the far touchline. Ledson will stand over the ball. Preston are allowed to take this corner with their bench on the field. So the bench is on for Preston. And it's cleared out by Jackie Longthrow. They had 18 guys on the pitch. We had 11. Tell me how they didn't score.
They did lump everyone forward there.
Yeah, everybody except for the goalkeeper who was up there. Back to Woodman, who's halfway in his own half. He gets it down the left-hand side. Did it run out? No, it did not run out. There's probably going to be a foul on Bogle on Troy Parrott. And the ref blows a foul, and they'll have a free kick inside United's half.
Troy Parrott, what a name.
Yes, he is, I believe, on loan from Tottenham. He is one of their players. He's honestly a decent championship striker. I mean, he'll never make Tottenham's first team. As Johnson takes a quick set piece, and it's cleared out. Skillerman gets on the ball, and if he's off to the races. He's off to the races. Illiman and I. He's got one man to beat. Johnson. Now the cavalry's through. McAtee in on goal, and he's saved. Damn it, he's saved.
Wow. Wow.
What a save by Woodman to keep it 0-0.
Fantastic save by Woodman there. And a great little pick out from Illiman for McAtee there. How many times does that happen this season?
Yeah, his goal contributions or goal tally for McAtee would be higher if he made that. Oh man, I can think of at least 3 or 4 goals where he had that were his angles were cut down and the ball was saved. But United retained possession and will go again over to Illiman and Dye. That man Illiman and Dye over to Max Lowe. Back into Illiman and Dye. Takes a heavy touch, tries to round the last defender and loses out possession. Max Lowe gets it into McAtee. McAtee says, I'll shoot. F it, I'll shoot. And it goes to the 28th row Z. Your thoughts on that build-up and the inevitable save?
Yeah. I mean, that's how we're gonna play tonight. Really, is we've put a lot of men behind the ball, and hopefully we can sort of just nick one on the counterattack, which is what we've tried to do here. And I mean, it's a great hand from Woodman in order to keep this game level at 0-0.
Yeah, I mean, it honestly is, because that has eyes for the back of the net. And McAtee does everything right. It's just Woodman cut his angles down and was able to save it.
Yeah.
So Preston come again down the left-hand side, and they're playing it around the back now. They're probably going to go back to Woodman. Yes, Woodman. It's at the feet of Woodman. He's standing over the ball. Dilly, as they pass it up to the left-hand side. Dilly, back to Woodman. And Woodman's like, what do you want me to do with it? I don't know what to do with it. Just turn around and score. You know what? This game don't mean anything. I'd just say F it if I was the opposing keeper and just bury it right in the old back of the old onion bag. I bet you the fans would love that. As ball goes out for a United throw, you can see Stuart McCall has cocktail in hand. It looks like rum and Coke. My guess is he probably hasn't stopped drinking since we won promotion.
He hasn't fallen off of the car yet.
Oh my God! I laughed so hard when I saw McMurney's post. It's just he's going up on the roof. Oh, he didn't even spill it. He didn't spill a drop, and he's like, "Oh my God, it's classic."
Brilliant.
Ball. Billy fouled the defender. I think the defender went over a little easy. Billy was taken away from the ball, and be a free kick to Preston. My guess is Ben Woodman is going to take the free kick.
He's trying there, Billy boy, isn't he? He's really trying.
He is. He is, and the defender Bauer got in front of the ball, and then he just kind of nudged him and went down.
Yeah,
Easily.
a little too easily for me. I don't really know if that's a Premier League foul for sure.
Of course, yeah. Ball up, heaved up, but it is won back by Preston. Preston played the ball over the top, and it's sought out by Jackie Long. Throw for a throw in to.
Almost a very good touch from JLT there.
Yes, it was. Ball back in over to looking for Fernandez, and he just kind of blindly. Parrott just kind of blindly throws the ball up. Oh, Ipswich up 3-0.
Yeah.
That's good for our rivals. That means our rivals will have to go through the playoff system again. Which is good because the rivals have kind of really thrown it down the drain or flushed it down the toilet.
I mean, what a phenomenal collapse by the Pigs. I mean,
Yeah.
you have to give them all the credit in the world for this sort of collapse here.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
Although they are winning away at Shrewsbury right now.
Shrewsbury. It's not a Shrewsbury, it's a Schnozberry. Little harken back to Willy Wonka's Chocolate Factory as a child that I watched and scared me. As William followed the Preston player, and Preston have a free kick just inside the Preston half, or the United half. Pardon my French. As Preston are passing it around the back. Not really doing anything.
Yeah, this one has turned out to be a little bit boring here in the first half.
Yeah. It has.
Just a kind of a possession game right now, a little cagey, not as free-flowing as we know United can be at times. We're not connecting three passes together right now, unfortunately.
Yeah. We're just trying to hit like a home run instead of going for like base hits or doubles, if I was to use a baseball analogy.
It's the most Ted Lasso thing I've ever heard right there, Chad.
What in the world was that? Was there a foul in there?
I did not see a foul at all. For me, the Preston North End player goes down far too easy there. I mean, it was just a 50-50 ball. I don't know how you're going to call a foul on a 50-50 ball like that. They both went in for it. They collided, and it's a free kick.
I mean, Ledson looked like he got plowed into by a semi-truck. And looks like Potts in his man bun. No, Bauer's going to take this one. No, just kidding. Woodman's going to take this one. And they wing it down the right-hand side. And why are we not back to the normal camera? Is it out for a goal kick? I'm assuming it came off the head of Potts, but...
Looks like he got tripped up by Bogle there.
Yeah, no. The camera's at a weird angle there.
Max Lowe. It was not. It wasn't Bogle. It was Max Lowe.
Yeah, the camera was stuck at a weird angle there for a minute. Wes contemplating, should I had that 12th shot of Hennessy last night? Which I would have said yes. You could probably play in goal with drunk. I mean, based on the amount of shots he's faced today, I mean, it's pretty easy.
Why's it got to be Hennessy? What are you trying to say there, Chad?
I like Hennessy. It's my drink of choice. If I go on the brown, is Illiman and Die. If I go on the brown, that's what I'm drinking is Hennessy.
Ooh.
It's a drink of choice.
Really? All right. Yeah. Fair enough.
Yes. That's my go-to, but I don't drink the brown very much.
I'm a Crown Royal guy myself.
It is
if I'm drinking the whiskey.
Yeah. United have the ball back, and we're just kind of playing it around at the back. It did look sunnier. Now it's much more clouded over. Kind of looks like a gray day in Sheffield. Ball in at the foot of Njai. He finds Bill. Bill goes around, draws a foul. No foul. No.
Oh.
Foul. Honestly, if we go back to Wrexham, that's a penalty. That is a penalty. Paul Mullen fell outside of the box. They given him a penalty. This ref has lost it. That should be a penalty. That's what Billy said. Did you not see Paul Mullen against United? This should be a clear penalty. He's 3 yards outside of the box. That should be a stonewall penalty. All right,
of course, it's not given. Of course not.
yeah. Only Wrexham get those calls.
Robert says up the scotch. So yeah,
Scotch. Ron Burgundy's favorite drink. Scotch.
Do you think McAtee is going to take this, or this is Tommy Doyle written all over it right here?
Yes, Tommy Doyle. Come on, look in for Snake Hips. Snake Hips scoring like a flying header would be cool. We just pump faked it, and it was terrible. Now it's back to Norwood. He's going to try and low lining drive. Bogle's out of position. Bogle's on the left-hand side. Oh, kick comes in, and Billy needed to be about... No, that was Jackie Longthrow that went flying in there. Billy and Jackie Longthrow are almost built with the same frame. Good ball in from Bogle. You like to think if we have a taller player up, he probably gets that on target and makes. I
don't know. JLT's like 6 foot. I think you would have had to have been 6'11" in order to get a good head on that one.
Yeah, that's why I said a taller individual needed it. I guess we got to give him a shout out. Tony Freeman, aka Uncle Tony, up the blades. Sorry, this one's been a boring one. I'm trying to keep you on the edge of your seat, but it's been a very boring one.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Uncle Tony. Appreciate you being on here with us. And
yes, everybody in the chat, welcome. Say hello to Uncle Tony.
Yes, we are indeed Americans.
Yes, that would be my origin of birth. Would be America. America. Wes bowls the ball out. Jackie Longthrow pump fakes the defender, and he's away down the left-hand side. Terrible ball. Didn't die. Even die. He's got to get turned around. Bogle comes down inside. Ooh, splits the defenders, and then it's cleared out. Did you see how hard it was raining when they showed it?
Yeah. It looked like it was absolutely pissing down there.
Yeah, it was. That's why I said it. It started off sunny, and then kind of went gray, and it is raining now.
I like this comment right here. Yes. Despite what appears to be wealthy surroundings,
yes.
we're not trying to buy the club. Unfortunately,
I wish I was because I'd take it, and I would buy a bunch of reckless players and go against the top 6 teams in the Prem, and we would win 8-0. Be reckless, and it would be an all-out brawl and turn into like a hockey game. God, I hope next year we take points off of them bastards. God, I hope we take points off of some of the top 6 teams. Chelsea are ripe for the picking. Liverpool are ripe for the picking. Arsenal are throwing it away, so everybody's probably going to leave them this summer, so they'll be ripe for the picking.
Chelsea could go down this year.
No, I mean, I don't think there's enough. I think they're mathematically secure. I don't know.
But, no, they're not. They're
not.
They're only 3 games away from the drop zone, and with 33 games played in the Prem right now.
Wouldn't that be freaking crazy?
Yeah. It's not going to happen. Obviously, Everton much more likely to go down at this point. Hopefully, Leeds go down as well. Well, I'll tell you something. Leeds are going to be in dire financial straits, even if they stay up this year. Because I can't remember. What was the name of that kid from RB Leipzig that they initially paid $20 million to 20 million euros to RB Leipzig. Now they have to pay that player another 23 million.
Ooh.
So,
boy. Oh,
yeah.
boy.
That's big old oof good. for dirty Leeds.
I mean, in all honesty, if Forest were to get relegated too, I mean, you won't see Forest back in the Prem. I mean, the only thing that's saving them because they spent so much money on wages. There's no way in hell that they could even come back up next year. As our
Ipswich
League
absolutely
One,
routing. Yeah. First half, 5-0. That's absolutely insane.
we want to score 10. We want to score 10. We haven't given any updates on the game because this game really hasn't changed much.
Yeah.
Just kind of
Basically,
mucking it around at the back, honestly.
yep. Portsmouth are beating Derby.
Portsmouth on the right-hand side looking for Ndai. Ndai, put the ball into Bogle. I didn't think that was Bogle for a minute. Ndai back on. I wonder why Bogle wears the red sleeves and not the long sleeve shirt.
It's a
Ndai
choice.
touches the ball over to Snake Hips. Snake Hips on the ball. Gives it to Bogle. There's plenty of space for Tommy Doyle at the top of the box. Bogle's going to get a ball deflected at 4. United corner. That's insane. 97 goals for Ipswich this year.
Yeah.
Hey, boy.
Yeah.
That is
Wow.
absolutely insane.
Well, they've scored, 8 in the last 2 games. So
Yeah.
that's pretty damn impressive.
Yeah.
Tommy Doyle going to take this corner here.
Yeah.
Get Anel up.
We're playing more conservative by not putting the entire team in there. Ball goes in. Oh, the post is in! It's in! United lead! 1-0! Let's go!
Get in! Anel Ahmedhodzic. Get in!
It was Anel. Something out of nothing, and Tommy Doyle and Ahmedhodzic goal puts United in front, 1-0 in front of a raucous Bramall Lane. Over to you, Noah.
Yeah, no, really, really good corner from Tommy Doyle there, just right on Anel's head, and it's just the simplest of headers into the right-hand corner or left-hand corner there, right off the post and in. Nothing you can do about that if you are the keeper there. Great stuff. And United is in front 1-0. And that's 2-2 for Anel Ahmedhodzic there.
Yes, it is. What 36 minutes we are on? We'll say 36.
Yep.
As Anel puts us in front and probably opens the game up just a tad.
Yeah, I mean, because Preston will feel that they need to get all 3 points in this game, obviously.
Yeah, but as we alluded to at the beginning,
they're a little bit on the beach.
Yeah. It really, as much as they need it, I think they're just apt to kick their feet up and be like, all right, let's have cocktails after this one and call the season over right off into the sunset. Now that we've opened it up, and over to Tommy Doyle. He has a go, and it's good. Saved by Bear Woodman. Keep it.
What? Did you just have a stroke?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah.
I mean, it was a great shot from Tommy Doyle, and it takes a phenomenal save by Woodman to parry it out to the right there. Yeah, really, really good save by Woodman. And I mean, Tommy Doyle does what you need to do there if you want to score, which is like have it dip right in front of the goalkeeper. Yeah, phenomenal stuff at corner now.
Another one. Oh, God, there's a lot of tangling and Bill's on the ball. Go now, Bill. That's a pen. He's got cleared out. Hit it, Mac. Oh, Mac tried to get the ball to Bill. They're trying to force 2-0. Oh, God. Oh, God. Jackie Long.
Wow.
A piss missile of a shot. Probably a couple. Well, we'll see from here. Here comes the replay from in front of the goal. We'll see just how wide this shot was. They tried to get it to Billy. McAtee saw it, and it was always running wide.
Yeah, I mean, but that was a really, really nice shot on kind of the half volley there from JLT, at the top of the box, I think just inside the box there. Welcome, Cape Crusader. And yeah, as Scott said there, it's just rotation, basically. Giving some of the big boys a much needed rest.
Yes. Yeah, that's probably what we'll see. I would imagine you probably don't see an Illiman and Die in the side against Huddersfield. I think you would take a little bit of squad rotation there. Obviously, we'll probably use the City boys for the next 2 games, get our use out of them before we send them back, and then rotation, so on and so forth. But yeah, Abel's last name on that goal. Yep. Here comes the United as McAtee's on the ball over to Max Lowe. Max Lowe, low line and cross. Easy as you like into Woodman's hands. And here comes Preston again. Oh, God. Brighton up 4 before.
Where have they come from this year? I mean, they have been phenomenal.
Good recruitment. Good recruitment, and all the money they've sold their players for to these bigger teams that honestly their team has really profited from these players going elsewhere, because it turns out that these players were built to play in Brighton and not in these bigger 6 teams. You can think of Cucurella that went to Chelsea. He has not
panned out. Yeah. I mean, to be honest, if we can build to become a Brighton Hove Albion or something akin to that, that would be phenomenal. They're like pushing for European football this year, and I mean they are an established Prem team now.
They don't change their manager like a set of underwear. They let it mature, and they let the owner leaves the manager alone and lets him build the team how he wants to build it, and then they're able. That's the key to success in the Prem, or just maintaining the stability in the Prem.
Ooh.
Is not changing manager every 3 weeks.
I'm surprised McAtee didn't get a card for that. That was kind of a rash tackle there on number 10 for Preston North End.
Yes, it was. It was a little bit on the iffy side, but we'll take it that the red and white wizard did not get sent into the book, as Preston have a bit of the ball. Ledson on the ball. They're trying to pick out Cannon, and Ollie Norwood comes away with the ball. Illiman and Die is like, I'm better than you. I'm going around you. See you later. See you later. He gets absolutely clattered into. Told, get up, son, by the referee. He'll play on. That was a half-hearted slide by McAtee right there because he wasn't going to win the ball. And
look who it is.
And hello. Good afternoon, Johnny. Good afternoon, Johnny. Yes, we will be joining you in the Prem next year.
I don't think we've talked to Johnny since Burnley won the championship.
I don't think so either. It's been a couple weeks since we've done one of these. And I think Burnley was promoted, but they hadn't won the league. So yeah, they'll be rooted to the bottom of the league with us next year in probably 19th place, because they'll probably lose their manager.
Beautiful football there.
And we play it out of play.
Down the left-hand side, just one touch football, just kind of pass and go there. It did end up getting put out there by a Preston North End player for a throw-in for the Blades, but there were like 6 or 7 just really, really good passes.
Yeah, we've looked since we went ahead. We've kind of looked, grown into this game. We've been the better side. Yeah. So United on the ball. We're having a lot more possession too. McAtee now on the ball. Tommy Doyle on the ball, and we'll work it over to Ollie Norwood, who will work it over to Snake Hips. Snake Hips just gifts Preston the ball back, and Vogel's got to do it. He's like, what are you doing? Now I got to win the ball back. And back to Ben Woodman, and they're going to clear it long. Ollie Norwood in defense, and oh god, it looked like a high elbow, but Norwood's a hockey player, and he gets up and he says, Mama didn't raise no B," and he starts playing again down the right hand sideline.
You got to watch yourself. That you were close there. You
I
were
know.
really, really close.
And Anel's on the ball now. We're just kind of waiting the half out. As it doesn't even seem like we've played 43 minutes. It only seems like we've played about 20 minutes.
Yeah, the game's gone by very quickly, and I think that's really down to not much going on in this match, really, at all, besides the goal. Really, really.
Yeah, a few bright spots from United, and that's been about it. McAtee on the ball now to Ndai. Ndai gets fouled, and free kick coming up here.
Yeah, this is a good opportunity for either Norwood or Doyle to just go for it, man. This is perfect Norwood and or Doyle territory.
Just missile it into the top corner. But yeah, it's definitely an inviting free kick territory.
Plymouth have scored.
Plymouth have scored.
So if the results hold, that means it's playoffs for the Pigs.
Perfect. I like that. Because that's a crapshoot.
Things you love to see.
Plymouth, the Pilgrims take.
It's going to be. Looks like it's going to be Norwood taking this one.
Tommy Doyle's there too.
Yeah, that's true.
He could run onto this one. The two players out on the wings are virtually useless. Norwood with a ping. Oh, what a save by Woodman.
Oh, great save. Whoo!
Wee! As it was a on target. Oh. It was probably hitting the bar.
Yeah. But he had to be sure to tip it over there.
Yes.
Woodman.
Yeah, so we'll do it again.
That was an absolute missile. That was an absolute missile right there.
And
from Norwood.
Corner doesn't result in anything. Jaden Bogle turns the defender back to Max Lowe, who's back defending. Tommy Doyle was that Tommy Doyle or was that McAtee that was just like, screw it, we're giving it back to Wes. Get it out of here. Get it out of here, dude.
You sounded like Arnold Schwarzenegger right
there. Screw it. Just give it back to him.
Come on, give it back to him.
Halftime. Scott, you didn't even put in the chat how long halftime was. See, I wasn't even paying attention to the clock and where it was at. Halftime for Blades.
Fish inject it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, that is if Derby County make the playoffs, because I don't think they're in as of right now.
That is a good question.
Because I think they were sixth or somewhere about eighth, maybe seventh, somewhere around there.
They're sixth right now. So as it stands, the Pigs would play Derby in that semifinal. But Peterborough are really the only other team that have any shot at playoffs as it stands, and they're drawing Bristol Rovers right now.
Yeah, certainly an interesting set of circumstances with the League One situation, relegation and promotion. League Two is a little bit more settled. Leighton Orient. Oh, we got a surprise for you guys. Welcome in the third leg of the American branch over here in the United States of America. Welcome, Mr. Costa. Captain Costa's in here. Welcome.
It's not really a surprise, though, right? Like, we all expected it.
Yeah,
we're here, you know.
It wasn't really anything. Yes.
Well, gentlemen, I'm going to bow out here for halftime. I will be back come second half as Traveling Blade is on SUTV right now.
Goodbye, and Mr. Costa. your thoughts on United's party at Bramble Lane and the first half against the north end of Preston, not the south end of Preston.
I was about to say, always good to clarify. No, it's been a good game. Obviously, a 1-0 lead at halftime is always something to be celebrated, given how I'll use your guys' term boring this game was for the majority of the half. There's been some bright spots, some interesting interplay from United, and so it's nice to see that we at least got a goal out of it by the end. And I mean, Anel, just you were talking earlier in the half, there was one cross in from Bogle from the left side where we're like, oh, if Robinson was only like 6 inches taller, he might have got ahead to that. Anel is that 6 inches taller that he needed on this corner from Tommy Doyle. So it's been his thing now. He's scoring goals. I could see him getting one in the last 2 games too. But man, do we want that Billy Sharp goal or what? And does the team want it? You can see him finding Billy in any spot they can, and you can see Billy just wants that goal. So I hope he gets an opportunity today in front of the fans, the home fans, to get 250. That's my goal for the second half. Just feed Billy Sharp everything.
Yeah, and I as we made mention of, I would assume at some points in the second half we're going to see a little bit of squad rotation from United, or just Fleck coming on. The players that probably won't be in front of the United crowd next year, the journeyman, so to speak, will get a send off into their next career path. And obviously we want Billy to score, as Scott just popped this into in chat row. Johnny says hello, by the way. Billy scores in the front of the Cop in the second half, which I mean would almost cap a perfect storybook ending to his career at United. And the question is, do we offer him a 1-year contract? He's not going to start first many Prem games. He might come in sub effort to hold up the ball if we're in front against somebody next year, but you can't see him playing very much. Is that an extra spot we could fill with somebody of championship caliber talent to, get us prepared or get them in the squad next season? All will be told in the summer, but it would definitely be nice to see him score.
Yeah, I could easily see the front office basically going up to Billy and saying, "Hey, we'll get you here for another year. Enjoy one last season in the Premier League. You retire out, that summer, but get him on one of those like player coach like hybrid contracts where he starts that process." I have no idea if Billy Sharp has any interest in managing eventually, if he's been working on his coaching badges. I want to say Basham has a little bit, but that I think is something that I would love to see as a fan, is keep Billy here for that season, even just for the locker room presence, right? You want that veteran leader in the locker room, leading the team, even if they're not out on the pitch every single day. So that's what I'd love to see, and have him kind of transition to that coach role by the end of the season. So that way the following year, he can be a full-time staff member, and then, work his way up the ranks or whatever. But maybe Billy wants to, go find his footing elsewhere and then land back in, 10, 15 years back with United as the full manager. And, I wouldn't want him to ruin any chances by performing poorly at the beginning of his coaching career too. So,
yeah, no, that makes sense. Obviously I would say that probably it's in the cards for him to be, get his coaching badges and start maybe in the academy, or even start in the lower leagues, start in the National League and, work up League 2, League 1 championship, so to speak, and wherever United are at the time if we're in need of a manager. Because let's be fair, Heckingbottom probably ain't even making it through next year, because we're going to can him about Christmas time when we're bottom of the table trying to save our team. So we're going to, preferably piss that down the drain and not let him build the squad that he needs for not just next year, but the future. Because I mean, so 10 years time, we could be in a different spot of bother where we need a manager. And I also think if we have a change of ownership, which it sounds like we're going to, are they going to give Hecky the time?
Yeah, I
In my,
really hope they do.
yeah, we're in the similar ilk where, the grand scheme of things, you can't look at next year as a failure. Wilder had a little bit more pushback and it started to bust up the back room. So that is what inevitably called him or caused him to probably get the sack. Buying players without anybody, patrolling what he's doing. I think Heckingbottom has more of a, I don't know, a mentality of, looking for the best in the club and doing what's best for the club. And that's where I just hope that, we lose 15 in a row and they're like, oh my God, something's got to change. He's lost the dressing room. That hasn't happened. We know we're going up with a majority of players that are good for the championship, a few key players that are good for the Prem.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going in with expectations of, we're going to do like we did the first year on the Wilder, finish ninth. No, if you take the temperature of United World, where most of us are almost saying right now is from afar, like, yeah, this team right now would, if we're losing die over the summer and Sandy Barge were to go somewhere, we're probably just going to come right back down. And, honestly, most United fans are okay with that,
Yeah. Yeah, it's certainly like the goal of next year should be survival, not like high quality, like mid-table finish.
Yeah.
It's definitely going to come down to recruitment though. And I think that's the biggest reason why I personally want to figure out this ownership thing sooner rather than later. And even why the Prince has said, on the reports coming out this week, that he wants to have this wrapped up in 4 weeks, because he knows that we can't have another transfer window like January where we don't really make any moves, we're not bringing anybody in, and then boom, transfer embargo, and we can't do anything. So we would really, really like to see that movement, that squad planning happening the full off season, all the way through the summer, to give the team and the coaches the best chance possible to survive and stay up. Because if we can stay up 1 year, we can stay up another year, and that's how you build that momentum. Like Brighton, like you and Noah were talking about earlier, is if we want to build that kind of squad and stay in the Premier League for a long time, that's what we need to do. And it has to be smart purchases. It has to be investing in youth players, which I think we've done. We can see our academy has produced a lot of really talented players, but we need to get more investment in that. And that's what I'm looking forward to. Is, as much as I would like to see Billy Sharp and Chris Basham and John Fleck here for forever, a lot of folks in the chat have said it, that we need to start improving the squad. And that's the way you do it, is you say, hey, thank you guys. We'll see you in the future, come back on our coaching staff or something like that, maybe, but focus entirely on, youth and smart buys, cheap players like Anel. Anel is a perfect example this year of a cheaper player from around Europe. Bring him in. He's super successful. And now, even if Anel was to be purchased, like we have made money on that, because there's no way Anel would go for anywhere less than, I would say, double what we got him for. So that, I think, is got to be the tactic. That's got to be the mindset. We can't really go out and splurge on the likes of Rian Brewster and Sander Berge the way we did last time we went up. We have to be smart about our investments, which is why, we can go into this, all throughout the off season. I'd love to be on with you guys on one of those like squad building podcast episodes over the summer. But just really drive down into like who's available for what price and where are the smart money moves for the club. So.
No, you're right. And that is a rabbit hole that we could certainly get drove down into. But yeah, it's definitely different. I'm going to click on this one. My simple answer here for Dublin Blake, no.
And I'm not going to San Diego either.
They're coming to San Diego.
Yeah, they're playing Man U, I think, in San Diego. Or Man U's
just to bring money. Yeah. Well, no, they'll be forced. I bet you they're contractually obligated to play all their big names. I guarantee it's those two teams when they play Wrexham, they're going to have all their big name players in there. 100%. And it's going to be one of those teams is going to take a loss with their best 11 in the side. You watch. Watch. They're going to beat one of them. They are going to beat. I'm telling you, they're going to beat one of them, if not both. Because
I'm really surprised.
Oh my God! Look, they can compete with the Premier League. Oh my God, we should just put them automatically in the Prem. Come on.
I'm surprised they didn't go out and try to schedule Tottenham.
Yeah, right. Or Arsenal at this point. But yeah, it's I don't know. It's certainly interesting what is going to happen in Sheffield United world come the end of the season, because May 8th, the final day of the season. After that is going to be a very, very, very interesting 3 months. I don't even know when the Prem season starts next year. Middle of August?
Usually around that time.
Yeah.
Because we're not the championship won't start as early as it did, so it might be the second week of August. Prem's probably third week of August because there's no break this season. So this will be honestly the first normal off season since before COVID, right?
Yep.
Because everything else has kind of been screwed up. Last year's with the shortened off season because of the World Cup. The following season, the Euros were going on. This is the first season where I'm going to be able to just take 3 months off and not listen to any football podcast and just kind of breathe. My podcast feed will go empty, and I like it that way, and I'll just be like, I'll see you guys in August.
Well, we have a bunch of podcasts to do over the summer, though, Chad.
Yes, but I do not listen to my own podcast.
I was just about to say that.
Yes.
If you haven't done so, please do follow us on all social media at Red Sheffield on Twitter and at the Red Half of Sheffield on Facebook. Don't do it right now, but we have a YouTube channel. Just type in Red Half of Sheffield into your search bar and please subscribe. Some of you are probably aware that we're doing a giveaway. I have not done the drawing yet for the United hat. It's the club badge on the hat. You've probably seen me wearing that hat either on the stream or in photos that I've posted online. There is still time to get in that drawing, so please do find that tweet, like our Facebook page, like our Twitter, or follow our Twitter, and do subscribe to the Red Half of Sheffield here on YouTube or wherever you're watching this from on YouTube. And you could be in the drawing for a hat.
Yes, a hat that I'm gonna wear, sweat in, and then we'll give it away. It'll have my personal must in there. Just kidding.
So I'll just talk about this really, really briefly.
Hockey update.
The LA Kings are playing Game 6 tonight against the Edmonton Oilers, and the hope is that they'll get the W and force Game 7. I appreciate the background there, Chad. I appreciate that a lot. So
seven is the magic number.
I'll say there's other hockey leagues too in the U.S. East Coast Hockey League, which is like 2 tiers down from the NHL. My local team, Toledo Walleye from Toledo, Ohio, swept 4 games in their first series against whoever is from Indianapolis. So yeah, we're off to a hot start.
We're doing it. Hey guys.
Hockey.
Oh no, they faked us out. I almost hit go. I almost hit the go button on the timer.
And as the Greasy Chip Buddy song rings across Bramall Lane, we are about to get the second half started here.
God, all right, well, I'm gonna leave you guys. Enjoy the second half, everybody.
No, stick around. Stick around, Robert.
I almost got out this time.
He almost got out.
All right, I'll stay. You pulled my leg.
Yeah, we got to finish it off on a strong note here and do what we always do: have the three guys talk all over each other for the next 45 minutes.
Oh.
God. Billy was held up. There's no
Yeah.
foul on Bauer. How's there no foul on Bauer? He held him up. Come on, dude. That should be a red card.
I don't know about a red card, but definitely a foul for sure.
I think at this point the ref is just like, okay, we got 45 minutes. You guys want to speed this up about 10? I've got to be somewhere. This game don't really mean anything. Preston started on the ball, and we're just kind of mucking. I feel like it's going to fall into that same pattern in like it did in first half. And Dye on the ball. And Dye on the ball. Oh, Bogle over on the right-hand side. Into Norwood. Norwood wanted to blind cross that bad boy into the box. You could tell. He wants to turn it in. Nope, no good. Hey, boy, that was bad. Rating of Fernandez's hair, Robert.
It's okay. I'll give it a 4.
It's a little damp. It's a little damp now. It's rainy. It doesn't look as good. But its picture they showed on SUTV at the beginning of the game, it was a solid 7.9 out of 10. The only thing that's better is an afro. If I could grow an afro, I would have an afro. 100%. 100%.
Oh, great ball.
Oh, God.
He almost picked out Njae right there. Very, very close.
Yeah. Down the left-hand side, Preston, come. Yeah, I just don't see any bite in this north end of Preston team. As Anel gives it right to him. And it ping-pongs around. Oh, easy, Wes. Oh, good save by Wesley.
Fantastic from Premier League West right there, making himself
I thought Wes
big.
was going to clear him out. I thought Wes was just going to come in and just absolutely take him down. He had eyes for it too.
Yeah. No, that was smart goalkeeping. He came out when he had to. He stayed back when the threat was still uncertain. Good job from him there.
And honestly, not going to lie, is we kind of get it clear, but then who was that had the Ledson had the shot and he goes wide. Honestly, over the season, have you guys thought that Wes's confidence has gotten better and he's got better and grown with the team over the whole of the season?
Oh, yeah. Just like he did last season, though. I mean, yeah, his confidence has certainly grown over the course of the season. For my money, I mean, at this level, he's one of the best goalkeepers in the championship.
Yes.
Yeah, and you include the back line in that. Obviously, you know, the number of clean sheets. I think we're a little like 1 or 2 behind what we were at last year, but the football is so much more entertaining this year, and I think offensively we're much stronger now. So that's why it's a little less concerning. So he seems a little bit more comfortable with most of the saves he has to make.
Yeah, no, definitely. I mean, he's had a couple head-scratching moments, but who would have thought the guy that came in after Robin Olsen gave up like 70 goals last year? As it dies on the ball. Die on the ball. Take the shot, dude. Take the shot. Shoot.
Come on.
Oh.
Get it back. Billy wants the ball.
Oh.
Wants the ball. Come on, Mac. McAtee on the ball. Hit it. Tommy Doyle had to get the ref out of the way. Billy's at the back post. Billy's at God.
We should have scored 3 goals. You know,
yeah,
we should have scored 3 times.
Jeez.
Unbelievable.
Oh, God. That's what alcohol does to you. It makes your depth perception off. And, you know, they've had a few cocktails.
Wow.
And we get absolutely nothing. We don't even get a shot on target. I mean, we did have technically had a shot on target, but we didn't. We only get more than one.
It was blocked like 3 times in there.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That was crazy. and you could see, Chad, you called it. He was literally just waiting at the back post. Just
yeah, he is. He had his hands. I was like, "Give me the ball. I'll score this."
Yeah, and Dye had a chance. McAtee had a chance. Doyle, I think, tried to pass it over there, but just wow.
Yeah, so I just wanted to get Michael asked a very good question here. I mean, is it Wes for you? Is Wes him?
I'm going to say no. But I mean, honestly, if we're building this team to come back down, yes. But if we're building the team to stay up, no.
Yeah, I would offer Wes the backup role if you can find the right player. But I don't know if the right keeper exists out there, and I'd be content with Wes in goal next year. I think he'd do a serviceable job. If we can bring in like one or two, mid-table caliber Premier League defenders to sit in front of him, then I think
pick
Wes
out from Norwood
can handle that.
Go on, off to the races. Go on, go on, go on.
Go on, Billy boy. Go on, Billy boy.
Oh my God, turf monsters. Grass monsters went up and snatched him. Monsters went up and snatched him.
That's everybody was sliding around in the first half too.
Yeah, that rain is coming down hard.
But no, more to Roberto's point. If we're building, he's a good goalkeeper, top championship fringe prem, and that's where we're kind of going to be in that level. So, I mean, if we want to spend money in other areas of the pitch, it makes sense to just keep him between the sticks. But we all have to, limit our expectations. If he gets nervous in these big games against these big teams, which he didn't look too bad against Man City, we had defensive lapses that led to that. It's not like West gifted them any goals. So he's decent enough to be in goal. And I think, if we want to spend money in other places, let's just roll with them. But if they just want to throw cash happy around and be like Nottingham Forest, yeah, they'll bring somebody else in.
Yeah, there's been a lot of talk about bringing Dean Henderson back in. I don't think it's likely at this point.
It's going to be too expensive.
Yeah, Manchester United will want a king's ransom for him. So, yeah, I don't think that's going to happen. I mean, maybe on loan like he did for Forest this year, especially if they go down.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't see on a permanent at all.
Is he ever going to get a shot at United?
Yeah, but the whole thing is he'll never
sniff United's first team on a regular basis.
He's voiced his displeasure of him not getting any playing time, and De Gea's not going to give it up. I mean, he hasn't lost a step. So, I mean, it would be smart for Henderson to say, hey, let me go. Let me go. I might as well grow my talent somewhere else. And if down the road you guys want to buy me, yeah, so be it. But right now, I want to grow my talents somewhere else.
Yeah, he at least deserves to get his actual time, not just as a lone keeper. And I'm certain that his displeasure could force some sort of move out of Manchester United on a permanent.
And if I'm honest, I don't think he wants another loan. I think he wants to go somewhere else. And look at Sam Johnstone. They used to be in goal for West Brom last year. He's now the starting goalkeeper at Crystal Palace. He went and won that job from, I think, Guaita used to be in goal for Crystal Palace, and now it's his shirt. So Henderson can go somewhere else and probably put the number one shirt on at any team in the Prem. I'm not going to lie to you. I think he's that good of a goalkeeper, but he's not going to forward his career being the second string goalkeeper at United because he inevitably wants to be England's number one because Pickford's going to have to give the seat up at some point. And I'd much rather see Hendo in goal than the moron they have in goal in Arsenal.
I don't think Ramsdale's bad, but yeah.
I just don't like him. He's very arrogant.
Yeah, he did not leave on a good note.
No.
For sure.
That rubbed me the wrong way, how he left.
Same. So Dublin Blade here seems to think that Dino, Walker, and Maguire are going to come back. I think there's 3 chances that happens. Slim, fat, and none.
I mean, Kyle Walker's up. I think his contract's done, and I mean, it's
through 2024.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
One more year.
Yeah, I've looked into it already. But I do think he'll come home. I think Maguire is more likely in the summer, but it's still not likely at all. Like, really, really not likely.
And I mean, all these players we're talking about, we can only get one loan from the Prem.
I like that comment from Scott. May as well get Tong back.
Yeah, right. The reason why we are filling space right now is there's not really much going on in this this football game we're all watching. I think both sides are content to see this one out. I think Preston's been a little bit better, but we've had the better chance in this second half.
Yeah. They've had a lot of the ball. I
Yeah.
will say Preston with end. Yeah.
Some nice skill there from Illiman to, just keep the ball away from the couple Preston players trying to take a free kick.
Yeah, he's
Really enjoyed that.
That's the Skillerman. That's the Skillerman idea. I mean, and the one player I would like to get back would be the law firm, because I think the law firm would fit in this. And then if we were to get because hopefully Forest get relegated where they have to clean house and they can sell him at a bargain, as opposed to $50 million trying to make their money back. But I'd like to see Skillerman and the law firm link back up. I think that'd be a good. The law firm's got into form in the recent weeks too in the Prem.
My question is where does he fit in this team, Morgan Gibbs White?
Yeah, I was about to ask the same thing, because I think he and Illiman, like especially what Njai's done this year, it's almost the same type of player role, and you can't really have two of them. You need to have the more defensive minded. Unless
he fills the James McAtee sort of role, and you continue to play Illiman up top. So
that's what I was going to say. You put him in that McAtee spot.
Yeah, I could see that working, but it would then take an upgrade at defensive midfield, and you'd have to have two solid DMs back there to hold in front of the back line.
Yeah. And then you make it hard for Sandra to get into the team, and then he starts to whine, and we're like, all right, go, play wherever you want.
Do you see Sander Berge leaving in the offseason?
I think he plays one more season for us, or at least half a season, depending on where we are.
Well, January. I mean, he has half a season on his contract, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably ask that he sign, a short-term extension, 6 months.
Yeah.
And if we're not doing well, you sell him in that January transfer window.
Well, that's what I think they're going to probably do that. They're probably going to extend him for 6 months to get him to June of next year, as Preston has the ball and it's cleared out by Ahmedhodzic. I think they're going to bring him. They'll bring him back in, probably make him sign that contract extension. And then if we're in a relegation battle and there's a team that
McAtee, what a run. What a run for McAtee.
That should be a yellow.
That's a yellow. Yeah. A yellow card?
A yellow card. That's what we say it down here in the South, a yellow card. That feller's going in the book with a yellow card. But no, more to my point, if we're going down or it looks imminent that we're going to go down, why not sell him on for more than just a free at the end of the season?
Yeah, that's what we're going to have to figure out is who do you have to cash in the value for, and who do you want to stick around to try to keep you up? And
that inevitably what it comes down to.
Yeah, the balancing act of this summer.
Oh, United got her down the left-hand side. Work it in there. Shoot, Ollie. Shoot. No, my God. Why did you not shoot, dude? You got to be kidding me, man. Oh, my God. You like to think if we were in a relegation battle, or not a relegation battle, if we were going for promotion still, he probably rips that one.
I didn't see Norwood on the ball there. I thought that was McAtee.
No, I think that was Norwood with the orange boots. McAtee's got the white ones on, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, that was orange boots, and we all know that Ollie Norwood don't shoot the ball unless the ball's not moving. Now we're gonna go back to slow play.
Well, Michael, I do think that Kyle Walker will be a Blade once again at some point. It'll be in the twilight of his career. I mean, he's kind of towards the back end of his career here. He's got one more year with City. And once his contract is up, I do think he'll come back to United on a free, regardless of where we are. If we're relegated back to the Championship or whether we're still in the Prem, I do think he'll come back. But Yeah, I mean, obviously he's a phenomenal player, and it would be great to have him back. But
Sandy's coming in.
yeah,
We're going for it.
Sandy's coming in for Tommy Doyle. 22 Doyle off. 8 Sandy on. Who do you think Jebo's on for? Indai? I would say
yeah,
Indai to pair the two up front. Because I don't
Yeah.
think Williams coming out of this thing.
no,
So yeah, or we take Wes out and just play with no goalkeeper.
You really like that, don't you?
Dude, I wish we could do that. Oh, I wish
he likes goalkeeper goals. He likes
they're taking Bill off.
yeah.
That's it. That could be it. Wow. Doesn't
Could
get
be
it.
his last game at Bramall Lane for Sheffield United.
Yep.
Crazy.
Seeing a legend walk off, trot off as Daniel Jebison comes on. Wow. That is not a change I thought. Huh. Really
Yeah,
makes you
I thought
think
I thought they'd give him the whole game. Be honest with you.
Yeah, so did I. Yeah, Scott's voicing his frustration. Hecking bottom, sack his ass right now. He made the wrong decision there. Sacking. Let's go next year without a manager. That's fine. That's fine.
The problem with Walker coming in this next season is I don't think we can afford him.
Oh God, no.
Unless he takes a massive discount, and that would also mean that Pep would have to want to sell for very cheap back to us.
Yeah.
Give us the hometown discount. Potts on the right hand side. Preston level. Preston level.
Easy tap in there.
And that is Rory Delap with the goal. And United are pulled back level as Preston, who have been the better side, level it up. Something really out of nothing, honestly. Just poor man marking by. I think Anel said he was offsides.
Yeah, the whole back line was screaming.
I think
offside.
Bash was keeping him on there, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think with VAR that gets checked for sure.
Yeah, how many goals we have chopped off next year because of VAR.
I'm not looking forward to that. It's like my least favorite part of the Premier League is VAR.
You know it's going to happen, though.
You can't celebrate goals in the Premier League, unfortunately, just because they're going to check pretty much every single one.
They'll check. They will check even the penalties. Let's see. So Story 4 came off a Delap. Came on and gets the goal on what minute was that? 63?
Yep.
It's crazy. Anel scored in the 36th minute. Delap in the 63rd minute. Just flip-flop the numbers. It's a magic number.
Schoolhouse Rock there for the folks at home.
Yep. Let's see what United could do. They have quieted the raucous atmosphere at Bramall Lane, and it has turned more to the let's get this game over mentality. And here comes Preston again.
Yeah.
And McAtee keeps the ball in.
That was pretty nice from McAtee right there.
Are they going to call it a foul? No, didn't call it a foul. And Bogle.
Settle it.
Give me a sec, guys. I got to go. 1 minute.
Goodbye, Robert. And throw into the north end of Preston.
They seem pretty voice now.
Yeah, they seem pretty happy. They came and got a goal against the newly promoted Red and White Wizards. I just think United are disinterested in this game, to be honest with you. But we could make something out of nothing, just like they kind of made something out of nothing and died.
Go on, Elliman. Go on, Ellie.
He's looking, but the cavalry's not coming. And we'll give it to Bogle. Never understand why we give the ball to him so much. Bogle to Jebo. Jebo.
Oh,
Blocked.
Great little flick back from Jebo to Bogle there.
Hit it, Sandy.
Go on, Sandy.
Come on.
And it's out. Is it going to go out for a corner? Oh, he whiffed it. No whiff.
Oh, my God. That was hilarious.
Oh, jeez.
He tried to clear it out and just completely whiffed on the ball there.
No, 2-2.
That was beautiful football. Beautiful 1-2 football there from Jebo and Bogle. And it's just by virtue of a slide tackle that's not a shot on goal at the very least for Jaden Bogle there.
Mm-hmm.
Where's that Bogle been for the majority of the season? Let me ask you.
Right? I mean,
yeah, we've definitely missed that, and hopefully he and Jebison with the offseason together can find something. If we don't upgrade in both those spots, I think they both have high ceilings where they could perform well next season. It's just a matter of getting them there.
Jebo is a Premier League goal scorer, one against Everton. And we're going to take the corner here now nicely. Taking it short. And it's going to go out for another one. That was dumb. Try to work piece from the training pitch.
And we got so many tall lads. Just lump it in there.
Yeah.
Might as well.
Berge, Jebo now in there.
No, God, that was terrible from Norwood.
Did not first man.
Oh, God, that was god awful.
It's crazy that really Doyle's been the better free kick specialist in the second half of this season, you know?
Yeah, right. I think we have another corner.
Yeah, United have won another corner there.
Yeah, it's probably why Norwood has seen less and less game time as we've gone on. Is
Took it quick. Back post. Somebody's there. Nope.
Come on.
Right to Ben Woodman after Bogle just does what he does and just gives it right to him.
Good job to see that out right there, Anel.
It's kind of cycling it about right now, like we're on a bicycle, just cycling it about. Norwood sees his friend, Jebison. Oh, boy, that was not good from Jebison. Oh,
go on, Jebo.
Well, he tried.
He's gone a little dead now. Just kind of back
I think this one's going to finish 1-1. I don't really see anything in this thing anymore. Jimmy, Johnny, Billy, Bobby, Fleck's going to come in for the Blades. Anma is coming off for McCann. That's Anma 17 off. McCann 13 on. And Jimmy, Johnny, Billy, Bobby, Fleck for who? Skilleman and I. Oh, no. Skilleman was running. They deked me. James McAtee off. 28 McAtee off.
We're not for this one at all.
No. And I kind of knew that going into this one, that we're just kind of going to roll this one out. And Johnny Fleck's going to step in there. And probably his swan song in front of the Bramall Lane faithful.
Yep.
Before he goes and plays for, get the dartboard out, spin the wheel. We'll say Blackpool. Bang. He'll play. Johnny Fleck will play for Blackpool and score the goal that gets the Seasiders back into the championship.
You don't think Fleck goes up north to play in Scotland?
He might, but Scotland, Scott's turf builder. Feed your lawn. Feed it.
He's a Rangers lad, so I could definitely see him going and playing at Rangers.
Oh, God, no. He wouldn't fit in there. I don't think he's too slow for him. Well, Rangers aren't very good this year anyway.
Lundstrom fit in there.
Yeah, I was going to say. He could probably take that step.
Yeah.
Or maybe he goes and plays for, like, I don't know, a Hibs or a Hearts. Probably Hearts.
Yeah.
Just knowing what I know about Fleck.
Yeah, mid-table Scottish Prem team, and
good pass, good pass for Jebbo here. Go on, Jebbo.
Kind of toothless in attack. Hey, get on the ball. Who's that? Ooh, boy. Norwood's on the ball now. It's all going off in Sunderland Watford. It's 2-1 now. More entertaining game that promote or playoffs on the horizon. Bogle on the ball. Hit it! Hit it! I can hear my voice echoing in somebody's. Come on, Sandy, hit it! God, why did you not touch that? Oh God, why? Why? How? Who did?
If we cared, we would have scored right there.
Oh my God! If we needed that goal right there for promotion, and we just let that run by, oh my God!
I love it though. We're up and kind of on the beach at this point. Chad is still the passion. You love to see it.
Oh man!
So I think Chad and I are probably going to try to plan on coming over next season. I'm looking at November right now. That's really. Man. I kind of want to come over for Veterans Day, Remembrance Day. As Jebbo, it's 2-on-2 now.
Go on, Johnny Fleck's making a run. Hit it, Johnny! Hit it, Johnny! God, it's getting in there.
It's in.
Yeah.
Johnny Fleck.
Scoring. Own goal. Oh, the own goal. The old own goal.
Do you think they'll credit?
I cut you off.
Get in. No, it's all good. Do you think they'll credit him, or that'll go down as an own goal? Probably, right?
Yeah, probably an own goal, I'd say.
I mean, if it's on target when you hit it, even if it takes 1,000 deflections, you still get credit. It's if it's off target and deflects in.
Yeah,
take it then, Johnny Fleck.
Really, really good build up from the back here. Great pass to Jebbo. I think that was Max Lowe, and Jebbo comes streaming down pitch. What a beautiful little back heel there from Jebbo. Nice little flick and trick. That was on target, and yes, that should be John Fleck's goal. Yep. What a way to go out if that's his goal right there.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it down.
That touch, the touch from Jebbo, that little touch from Jebbo. Oh man.
The whole time he was running, I didn't think he knew Fleck was like screaming in behind him, because Fleck was all the way like near the penalty spot in our box and came just sprinting his heart out to get on into that attack. And I was sure Jebbo wouldn't see him, but he did. And yeah, brilliant back heel. Wow, I'm impressed.
Jebbo takes. Oh, great ball over the top for Skillman here.
Oh,
offsides.
They gave it to Johnny Fleck. The scorer's decision goes Johnny Fleck's way, and he will end his United career with a goal.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
In the Scots turf builder, feed your lawn, feed it.
I mean, honestly, that amount of speed and pace that he had, the acceleration to get back, and
where's that been?
Probably much younger players. That's his like application for Scottish Prem next year. He's like, hey, Rangers, I could do that for you.
Yeah,
Lundstrom can't. I can't.
Yeah. We're finding out that John Lundstrom was not all that he was cracked up to be.
Although he did score in the Europa League like a season or two ago for Rangers.
He hasn't had much success though. They made it like he was the end all be all going to Rangers, and he is not been. Yeah. One thumb down. Ew, Jebbo got held up. He can still get it. Go on, Jebbo. You got him in the midfield right there. Who's that?
Illiman. And it's 3-0. Get in.
Shirt off and everything. Love it.
Scoring at will now.
He'll get a yellow card for that, for taking his shirt off, but he won't care. He'll get subbed off probably. right now, Iliman Ndiaye. What a pick out from Jebo. Just crosses it right in front of Ndiaye, and it's easy as you like for him. But yeah, I think Preston were really trying to go for it to get a win in this game, and they've just conceded 2 kind of awful goals on the counterattack here. And yeah, that's about as easy of a goal as Iliman Ndiaye will score.
What was that? 75?
Gorgeous stuff. Jebison, I think, making a case for himself to get a couple starts next season too.
2 assists in this game for Jebo already.
Yep.
Fantastic.
Yeah, it's a good showing, a good last home effort as Iliman is still on the pitch. It's hard to believe there's 15 minutes left in this game still. It honestly feels like it's about to be the full-time whistle. Honestly, that's my thought is like, man, I looked up and saw 75 minutes when I just typed in that goal score. And it's weird that it's only the 75th minute.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny because as quick as that first half went by, this second half feels like it's gone by a lot slower.
Yeah. Scott in chat row says hopefully that's not Ilman's last goal in front of the cup. We shall see. There's going to be a lot of alcohol drank in the city of Sheffield tonight, and I hope everyone drinks responsibly and doesn't yak in the middle of the street. But if you do, I mean, hey, it's all worth it. The headache you have tomorrow will be worth it. Trust me. But yeah, now United just going to see the game out. I wonder if we're going to try and go for more goals because I think Preston's pretty much switched off here, and the game really opened up. Honestly,
Iliman Ndiaye, what a job he did to try to keep that ball in right there.
I mean, he kept it in. He kept it in. They blew for the foul.
Yeah,
on Potts.
Yeah.
Him dragging Potts down.
I love this.
Yes, that is a fair statement. As they showed
the Preston North.
Preston.
Yeah, they look shell shocked right there.
Yep. As United are singing their hearts out, and I feel like this place will not empty out at full time, as they will have to do the lap of honor, so on and so forth.
Got to get everybody's medals.
Yeah, we got to get, and hopefully everybody has a great party. But, oh, what a game. What a game.
I'm going to duck out for a couple minutes. I will be right back.
Noah's got to poop. So it is me and Robert.
What did you say about me when I left for a hot second?
I didn't say anything.
Okay.
But no, all in well, truly, the celebration is on at Bramall Lane. This is what you could ask for in the last home game of the 2022-2023. Last watch along for us American Blades. We forgot to say, if you guys want to throw us a little bit of a donation here before we sign off, say sayonara, see, enjoy your summer. It helps this channel.
Certainly does.
We've been so kindly to get donations from, I think this man right here was one. Steve York did. Simon, he hasn't posted a comment in a while. He has been known to donate a few dollars as the ball comes in and United have another chance, but it goes begging. Back to Ollie Norwood, the ball goes. But yeah, it's been a great season for us. Yeah. Having the opportunity to come on here and do this week in and week out. We've done our fair share of these watch-alongs. As Preston break down here, and a good save by Wesley. Yeah. As Parrott has an effort on target that is saved by West, and Sandy Barge clears the ball out.
Yeah, that was a little 2-on-1 there. Blades kind of caught sleeping at the back, but good from Wes. And again, he's these last couple games are going to be where players say, hey, we could be on the beach, or we can kind of put in the effort, show Heckingbottom that We want to stay for next year. We want to be involved in the Premier League side. And, saves like that from Wes, runs like Fleck had earlier, Jebo's 2 assists. So that's how I'd be looking at this last couple games. If I'm Heckingbottom, is yes, we've won promotion. We can party it up tonight, but on the road, last 2 games of the season, show me what you got.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No. The cheese is getting a little bit more binding in the relegation dogfight at the bottom of the championship right now, as Wigan have gone up 1-0 over Reading.
And that puts them level with 1 game to go.
Which is crazy.
Yeah, they're level on points with Reading at 43.
I hope the Laddick stay up. I really do. I quite enjoy talking with, I can't remember his name, but from Wigan Central.
Charlie.
Charlie, yeah, great guy.
Yeah, good guy. He's pulling for him. I mean, it honestly could be the great escape, as we've got 2 more individuals in red and white shirts about to come on.
Iliman and Jaye, what a fantastic season he's had, as the supporters are clapping him off for the final time this season. Hopefully this is not his last time playing at Bramall Lane in a red and white shirt.
Yes, that is the key. Jackie Longthrow coming out for Johnny Squarehead. McBurney 9 on for Indai. And Squarehead for JLT. So Egan 12 on for Longthrow 19. He should really get his name changed, his last name changed to Longthrow.
Make it a lot easier for everybody.
Yes, it would.
Helen, yeah. So we are definitely going to be doing some content in the off season. Definitely do subscribe if you haven't already to our YouTube channel. Just type in the Red Half of Sheffield into your Google or YouTube search bar, and we should be the first item that comes up on there. Definitely going to be doing some fun top 10 videos. We're going to update Chad and my favorite United shirts of all time. So definitely be on the lookout for those videos come the off season.
Yes, for sure. The one thing that I will take from this is how fun it is to do these things. Otherwise,
what a pass! He pulled up there last second.
He did.
Could have got there.
Oof. Strong challenge from Jebo right there. Just bungled over that Preston North End player.
That was insane. But no, this was definitely fun, and we hope we get the opportunity to do it again next year. Because other than that, I'd be probably sat at the bar just drinking every 46 games a season, watching United play. But I'm not. I'm here hanging with you guys.
Yeah.
Absolute pleasure doing this on a regular basis, lads.
Yep. I don't know how there's still 7 minutes left in this game, but I guess there is. Jake has a good question here too. We might try and reach out. We got to backdoor some people.
We're working on it. Yes, things are in motion right now. We probably would not get any first team players, but we are looking at trying to get some of the youth side to come on to the Red Half of Sheffield, do a podcast, maybe a YouTube video.
Yeah, it'd certainly be interesting. Stay tuned is all I can say. Stay tuned.
Not sure how that wasn't a foul right there on, I think it was Jebo.
Yeah. This game is really wide open. It's I don't know, and side to side, if you say, because that's what Preston are doing right now. They're kind of swinging the ball from side to side. United get the ball back, but McBurney gives it away, trying to find Sandra. And Squarehead's back there mopping it up. And he gives it away. Promptly gives it away.
Little
But-
sloppy right there.
I mean, next year, honestly, our stalwarts in the back, our two prized horses, Egan and Ahmedhodzic, is going to be a tough back line for teams to break down.
Yeah.
Tough.
I agree. I could. Oh, here Preston are in right here, but really, really good touch from Anel there. Probably a goal-saving touch.
Yeah, that's good stuff.
That's
Is
a
it
pen.
pen. Nope.
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 Should have been.
Shoulda, coulda, woulda. Shoulda, coulda, woulda.
Oh, go on, Anel.
He wanted it. It was just too close to the touch line. Oh, yeah. It's a clear penalty.
Stonewall penalty.
Yeah. We got let off there.
Yeah. It looked like live he might have got a touch on the ball, but nothing there.
No, he didn't. Nope, never had a sniff.
Maybe he goes down too easy there for the ref.
Yeah, that might be the case. But again, McBurney got bundled over against West Brom and they didn't call it. So that was the most clearest penalty I've ever seen. We didn't get it. So here come United on the play there by Sandra.
Wow.
Little
fantastic. And United win a corner.
That took a massive deflection.
Really good question from Scott here. I mean, it's Egan, right? It's got to be.
Yeah.
Or Balduck.
Yeah.
One or the other.
It's one of those two. I mean, and Egan already assumes the captaincy when Sharp's not in there. So he is, in theory, the captain of this United side. It's just he'll be made permanent captain if Billy were to leave.
Yeah, but
next in line would be Balduck.
If we can get Billy on cheap wages, I'd sign him for another year.
Hey, boy. Heads came up. Square head, of course, never scores.
One of these days, he'll be back on the goal sheet. Just you wait.
Hopefully. Let's see who we making here. Ledson, 18 for Preston coming out. Who the hell's coming in for him?
That's it. Here's a thought for the captaincy. We pick up Harry Maguire on the cheap and then pull Manchester United where we bring him in and then immediately put him on, give him the captain's armband. He's already played with us, so it makes more sense than when he went to United.
I don't see it happening. I definitely don't even see Maguire coming to United.
No, we couldn't afford him. God, he got $80 million going from Leicester to Man United. Jebba won the ball back. No, he lost it back then.
Had it, lost it.
And had it again, lost it again. Let's see.
Either of your streams go a little wonky?
No, mine's been fine.
Yeah,
mine has been fine.
Mine is really, really choppy right now.
The worst, honestly, I'm going to miss SUTV and all its issues that it's caused us this year. We will be streamed on either the NBC USA network over here or Peacock, the streaming app, which I would say 89% of our games are going to be on Peacock, and then the fair share of, we're not going to play in the Sunday or Saturday 3 p.m. time slot a lot. I mean, because they're going to change it. Will be the early kickoff. There's going to be a game we're going to have that's going to be the late kickoff. Then we're going to get moved to Sunday. I just like the normal schedule of us playing Saturday, Tuesday.
Oh, almost a great pick out from Bogle to Jebison right there. But Jebison's won the ball back. He passes for McBurney. Go on, McBurney.
Come on.
Yay, boy.
Oh.
Yeah, it was a bad one.
Just a poor pass there.
Yeah, it's who was that? Ben Woodburn.
Yeah, on the whole TV, times for Premier League games, it definitely makes it easier to watch the entirety of the league, but trying to schedule around your team's game is much tougher.
Oh yeah, that's
Less
why next year is going to be harder to do because it's such a revolving door of game times. I mean,
No,
I don't think there's one team that plays set 3 p.m. kickoffs every weekend. I think it all changes. You might have a few in a row, and then after that, then you go to Sunday, and you go to the late kickoff on Saturday, and the early kickoff Saturday. It's just like I just like the same schedule every week.
this has been fantastic from Jebison right here. He's really been everywhere in
Scott,
in
how
the
much
sub
time?
appearance.
Yeah, I was about to ask. Where's our stoppage time?
Yeah.
Probably 4 minutes. That's my guess.
Yeah.
7 minutes?
Holy
7 minutes? For what?
I mean, Preston went down with 1 or 2 injuries, and you've had 3 goals. So
yeah.
yeah.
Ball comes in. Yeah, I think Preston's got a corner. Yeah, Dublin Blade is right. That's why we get 100 million going up. Is it 100 million or is it 120 or is it 150? I thought it was 150 million pounds we get for going up. Some people have said 120. I think it's 150.
That's it.
Scott will
Regardless, it's a lot of dough right there. You can make a lot of bread with that dough.
Derby have equalized against Portsmouth.
Portsmouth, Derby, the Kentucky Derby, which is next Saturday for you sports fans out there. Scott says 120 mil. So that's where I've seen anywhere it's 150, 120. So yes, it lines the pockets with $100 bills for United. Wesley, just kick it. He should have a go. Just take the ball out like dummy and be like, uh-oh, tricked you, and make it the halfway line and have a rip. Just have a rip. Why not?
You want West to score so bad, Chad.
If West scores, I'm taking my shirt off. I am taking my shirt off.
All right.
Nobody wants to see that.
Hold the ball. Hold the ball.
Oh, hold the ball.
Don't shoot.
I will get up and run around this room that I'm in. It's a very small room, but I will get up and yell and scream very loudly. I think the ref's just seeing this one out because I think that was a foul right there.
Yeah, definitely a foul. West just doing a little time wasting here. Reading have equalized, and Wigan is down as it stands right now.
It's been coming for them. It's been coming.
Into stoppage time in League One right now. All of the scores have kind of held since our last update. And
did I almost make you spit your food out, Dublin Blade?
He doesn't want to see that.
Yes.
No
yeah,
West
I mean,
goal.
there's not too many people that do, but I mean, surely it'll be something that goes down in Sheffield United way folklore.
I think that was regarding you taking off your shirt.
Yes, that's what I was saying. That would be a moment of something that lives in folklore of Sheffield United way.
I don't know if that would be able to make the highlights though. Nick
it definitely
might have to cut
would.
that out.
It definitely would.
Here's Sander right now in the box looking for a pass.
Ew.
And it's out for a corner for United.
Check out all the security around the outside of the pitch.
Yeah.
Like, if the fans are going to storm the pitch, I don't understand why you would do it. Yeah, it's a great moment, but I don't need to, storm the field to, oh, my God, we're going up to the Prem. Like, the players are going to be like, oh, my God, come join us and hang out. No, I mean.
No, if there's ever a time, it's when you're going to secure or when you secure promotion. Corner comes in. It's a free header for McBurney, but just couldn't get anything on it. Fleck out on the right here. Great pass from Norwood.
Hey,
and
Caps.
Basham McBurney. Oh, wow.
That was a good goal.
Wow.
He took his shirt off. Look, he took his shirt off. That looks like me right there. Looks like me.
Oh, my God. What a goal. What a
Playing
fantastic.
the music.
scoring for fun right now.
Yeah, I mean, as easy as like, oh, Sunderland have pegged it back against Watford. My phone's blowing up. United 4-1 up against Preston. That's it. That's all, folks. That'll probably do it there. That was a phenomenal goal.
Beautiful goal.
See, McBurney doesn't want to be left out of the taking off your shirt party or the Premier League starting 11.
Yep.
So.
He was like, look at me. Look at me. I bet you they got earpieces in saying they're listening to us. They're like, Chad just said he wants to take his shirt off. I'm going to score a goal and take my shirt off. That was probably for me right there.
Yeah.
Probably for me. Thanks, Ollie. You're the best.
Oh, yeah. We don't want the trousers coming off.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't do that. You got to think there's going to be more at a time. Hopefully the ref just blows the whistle at the end of this one.
Preston North End have won a free kick kind of around the edge of the area on the right-hand side. Actually, maybe about 30 yards from goal there. It looked like he was going to be a little bit closer taking this free kick. One last chance for consolation, really, for Preston North End here. But, yep. So Ipswich and Plymouth are now promoted as West completely bungles that. And Preston North End have a free kick here.
The Tractor Boys and the Tractor Boys and the Pilgrims. Welcome back. Ipswich along. They stayed down there a decent amount of years, got themselves situated, and see what they can do. Man, I'm gonna miss this league. I am gonna miss this league. God, I'm gonna miss this league. So
the bottle job from Wednesday is complete. You absolutely love to see it.
Mm-hmm.
As this will probably be the last kick of the game.
Yep, full time.
And it certainly is. Fantastic win.
Full time. Where's the little full time thing at? I'm going to throw that up there. Full time. Full time. 4-1 to the good guys.
Way to end the season at Bramall Lane. What a phenomenal last game. Really, really great in that second half. Jebison, spoiler alert, was my man of the match in this one. What an absolute shift he put in a cameo.
Yeah, 100%. It was Captain Casa. What were your thoughts on this last home game?
Yeah, it certainly was. It looked for a while like it was going to be a little boring, 1-0, 1-1 run out. And then the lads just turned it up. And, I think Jebison really led that resurgence. You had Fleck's amazing run in there for his goal. Dye getting a really good goal. And then McBurney. So all players that you're expecting to score plus a few extras today. Brilliant stuff. I'm smiling. Can't wait to be back in the Premier League. For me, that's where we belong long term. I would love to see us truly establish ourselves out there. Get more of the wrong side. Get more of these little patches on all the shirts, right?
100%. 100%.
Yeah, that's very, very true there, Captain Casa. It was be nice to see, but like I said before full time, I am going to miss this league very, 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 very much.
Yeah. No, it's week in, week out. It's the most fun league to watch. You never know what's going to happen. Anybody can really beat anybody on any given day, and it's a tough league to get out of. But we have done it. It's party time on London Road, and I'm sure everyone who is out there is going to be on one. So, yeah, great day out, I'm sure, for those who got to see it live.
Yeah, for sure. 100% for sure.
This whole week has been a party for me. I was out last night, so I'm glad when you guys were like, "Yeah, you could just come on at halftime." I'm like, sweet, that's like an extra hour of hangover recovery.
There you go.
So that's why I've been a little quiet today. I'm just like,
and you got in the cups last night, Mr. Casa. I see.
Yeah.
Mrs. let you on in the cups last night.
Oh, she was
huh?
there too. She was there too. It was a full event.
There you go. It was a family affair. Your man of the match, Noah, and any other thoughts today's win?
Already said Jebo. Has to be Jebo.
Roberto.
Gosh, I don't know. The whole team, really. I'm gonna give man of the match to Hecky because he got the lads playing well. You know, we could have just went out there and not done anything the whole match, but he really said, "Hey guys, show up, let's show out." And so Hecky for me, man of the match.
Yep, I would agree. That's what I was gonna say. Going out to the red and white Wizards, galore. Everybody. My man of the match for today isn't from this game. It's from everybody watching, everybody that's contributed, everybody that's talked crap in the chat from opposing supporters, our own supporters. It doesn't matter. Anybody, if you contributed over the how many watch-alongs have we probably done this year?
At least 25.
Maybe. I think it'd be over. I think it's over 30 because we've played, 45 games in the league. There's probably been about 10 of them we haven't been able to do because of the midweeks and then the FA Cup games and all that. So there's probably at least 40. Yeah. That's man of the match goes out to the listeners and the viewers and everybody.
Yep. Well, this is us shouting you out, Jude. Thanks for watching. Really appreciate you. And indeed, we appreciate everybody who's had eyes on us this season. As Chad has said, we will be coming out with a podcast probably tomorrow or Monday. I'm not as inclined to get these out as quickly now just because we're already promoted. So if you haven't done so, please do give us a follow on social media. Once again, just kind of pitching this at Red Sheffield on Twitter. We just passed 2,000 followers on Twitter. Get on board. And at the Red Half of Sheffield on Facebook, on YouTube, just search the Red Half of Sheffield and you will find us. Please subscribe. We're going to be putting out a lot of videos this summer, maybe another movie review. We might be finally doing the Full Monty. I know we've talked about it for like a long time, but we are probably going to finally be reviewing the Full Monty. And then do look for our top 10 videos. Those are going to start coming out when the season ends in a week's time. So I hope all of you enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Lads, you want to say anything before we get going here?
The floor is yours, Roberto.
Yeah. Thanks again, everybody. Echoing those words. Brilliant season for the team, for the fans, for the players, everybody involved with the club, everybody here. You know, these two wonderful lads on their podcast. It's always a joy to listen to you guys. I'm just privileged to be able to share in this watch-along madness with you guys. And then, of course, to Nick, Hal, Ollie with Chef United Way hosting us for the watch-alongs on their channel. And then the brilliant content that they put out. Always fun to watch and listen to.
Yep. Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I just want to also echo Robert's sentiments there. Huge credit to Nick and Hal and Ollie for allowing us to do this on a week in, week out basis, and definitely look forward to doing it more next season. Chado, final word from you before we head out.
Thanks. And just don't be sad it's over. Be glad you don't get to listen to me every weekend. And we might be seeing you guys in about 3 months' time. And I'll say, as always, peace.